Good afternoon, everyone.
Power on. Aux in mode.
Are you there? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. So I hope you all have done the project and you are submitting the project today. I have created a folder, okay, assignment folder, and you all submit and avoid submitting the screenshot. What happens? Screenshot me. It is difficult for me to assess what others have replied, so that the Excel sheet, whatever you are having, copy and paste. Okay, copy the question, paste the answer. Copy and paste the question and answer. Okay. So in that way you all submit, and I think many are having so many doubts. So I'm getting some questions also in my WhatsApp. And as I told you or clearly, and to whom you are interviewing, so that you need to write. How are they related to you? So that question answer me also you are giving, right? So no problem. You all submit. I will correct it. And if there is any problem, I will let you all. So don't worry. Just bindas submit karo, but with all details in a neat manner. That's it. There is no hard and fast rule. ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, वैसा ही होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं है. This is not a mathematic problem. This is the project individual thought process you are doing. Okay. However, and Chirag is doing same में Aishwarya has to do ऐसा नहीं है इसमें. It is individual idea, individual plan, and individual question, individual answer. Okay. So don't worry about anything. एंड छोटा मिस्टेक है तो मैं मार्क तो रिड्यूस नहीं करूंगी. डोंट वरी अबाउट इट ऑल्सो. इसके वजह से मार्क्स रिड्यूस होगा, उसके वजह से मार्क्स रिड्यूस होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. ओके. सो यू ऑल सबमिट. Later on, if there is any problem, I will tell you. I will call you. I will tell you. Okay. So don't worry about it. Understood? No, this is what I don't want to encourage. You all submit it. Don't worry. That is what I'm saying. See, suppose 100 are there. If I have to correct each and everyone's now itself. Understood? So you just bindas, you submit. This is for individually how you are growing. Okay. So you submit it. May har ek paper I will correct it. I will spend time. I will correct it. I will tell you. You have done it correctly. See, one student just showed me. I said that it is right. Each and every individual will do it in a different way. No problem at all. That is what I want to tell you. Understood? Kaif, Ali. Acha, okay. Okay, because one student asked me screenshot, I said copy and paste karo, like that I said. Okay, you all submit however you have done it. Screenshot, if anyone has done it, you submit it. I will see. If I feel difficult to check that, correct that, then I will inform you all. Don't worry about it. Okay. However it is, you all submit the same way, but write your roll number and everything properly. So that is important. So don't worry at all. Again and again, I am telling you all. Okay. However you have made it, you submit the same way. If it is screenshot, it is okay, fine. I think many of you have done screenshot. Okay, fine, you submit. But it should not be copy. I can easily find out. Okay. So no copy from your friend. It must be your own thing. So that is most important. Okay. So do you want to become a leader or you want your friend to become a leader? That you decide and you do accordingly. Okay, don't worry. So I was not well. I was COVID positive last week, so I could not take the lecture. So today I am okay, I am fine. So we will have our lecture continuously from today. And I hope I will be all right also. I am all right today. Okay. Chalo, we will, yeah. So we will see the lecture. We will, now I just share the screen and I'll teach you all. So we have been seeing about various e-waste management program. Okay. So today we are going to learn about Basal Convention. So what it is? Basal Convention means there are two things. One is it is like an agreement between, okay, and two nations, I would say. So Basal Convention means on the control of transboundary movements of hazardous wastes and their disposal. So how are we going to dispose the hazardous waste? Okay. So Basal Convention is an international treaty. So treaty means it is like एक agreement होता है, okay, between you and me. So international wise, so international means all the countries, okay, various nations are involved, designed to reduce the transportation of hazardous waste between nations, especially from developed to less developed countries. We have already learned United States of America, USA, and they transported their e-waste material, everything to China and India. We are developing countries and they are developed countries. Okay. So now this Basal Convention, so what they did, okay, so this Basal Convention is the treaty, it is one group, you all understand, and they got involved, and between the nations that hazardous transportation waste सब कुछ reduce करने के लिए. Further, the convention deals with minimizing the amount and toxicity of generated waste. Okay, so this convention, this treaty, so they are dealing with all the toxic material which are generated due to the waste. वो सब minimize करने के लिए. So the convention dates back to 1989 when it was opened for signatures and went into effect May 5, 1992. So let us study about this Basal Convention. Okay, it is a treaty and which is a group, and especially this group, it is a movement towards hazardous waste and disposal, everything minimize करने के लिए. The Basal Convention was needed because as environmental laws became stricter in the 1970s, shipping of waste became more popular. So one incident that led to the creation of the Basal Convention was the Kian Sea waste disposal incident. A ship carrying incinerator ash from Philadelphia had dumped half its load on the Hathian beach. It was forced away and sailed for several months, changing its name numerous times. Since no port would accept it, the crew finally dumped its toxic load at sea. Why do we need Basal Convention? Okay. The reason is, since many port they were not accepting the toxic material, the crew, ship crew, what he did, finally they all decided to dump the toxic waste in the sea itself. So they dumped it into the sea. Sea mein there are so many living organisms are there. Okay. So sea mein dump karna is not correct, but no other way. They could not do it. Another incident was 1988 case in which 5 ships transported 8,000 barrels of hazardous waste from Italy to the Nigerian town of Coco. Okay, so these are the place names you all just remember. Only the store. See, try to remember the place name or try to remember the story. Then only we will understand why there is a Basal Convention. A farmer there had agreed to store the waste on his property for $100 per month. Although the origins of the Basal Convention had nothing to do with e-waste, in recent years, thanks to the increasing trade in recycling electronic components, e-waste has become a large component in the Basal Convention. So, first story was the crew member dumped everything at the sea. The second one, 5 ship, okay, and they transported 8,000 barrels of hazardous waste, Italy to Nigerian town. And there is one farmer, he was ready to keep that hazardous material with him for $100 per month. Okay. So everything is poverty or the money. So application. The Basal Convention applies various conditions on the import and export of waste. It also applies strict requirements for the notice, consent, and tracking of movement of waste across national boundaries. So the Basal Convention, okay. So this agreement, so this Basal Convention applies to various conditions of import and export. See, one nation say another nation, what happens usually? Import and the export. Now e-waste material import hona hai, e-waste material export hona hai. Okay, then there will be some strict notice and how the waste is moving from one national boundary. That is, national boundaries means border mein kaise move ho raha hai waste. So for that, this Basal Convention is very, very important. So what is the main aim of Basal Convention? Can anybody say? What is Basal Convention? What is the aim of Basal Convention? May I get a reply? What did you understand? May I get a reply? Are you listening? Are you there, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take your time, 1 or 2 minutes. Let me know what is Basal Convention. What is the main purpose of this Basal Convention? Manage e-waste properly. Okay. Thoda correct hai. It is not totally wrong. Correct it is. Good. Good, Ali. May I get a reply from someone else? Whatever you know, you let me know. You can search Google also, no problem. What is Basal Convention? Quickly.
Ma'am, it is an international treaty that was designed to reduce the movement of hazardous waste.
Very good. Correct answer. Okay. So between the that is between the countries, the shipment of movement of waste and which contains so many toxic material. Okay, so international treaty matlab you can understand it is one group which sets rules and regulations for the shipment of e-waste from one nation to another nation. Okay, so uske liye rules regulations sab kuch, so they created so that they can minimize the toxic material. Okay, so which is shipped from one place to another place. So that is, it is one movement. Okay, very good. So Basel Convention also prohibits the import or export of waste between parties of the convention and non-parties. There is an exception to this rule. However, if waste is subject to another treaty and does not take away from the Basel Convention, party and non-party transportation can occur. This is especially relevant to the United States because it is a non-party to the convention. See here, what is the meaning of party and a non-party in the sense who are all participating in that Basel Convention? Okay, so they are known as the parties. Parties means whichever country is participating in this. Okay. So this is especially relevant to the United States because it is a non-party to the convention, but has a number of similar agreements that allow for the shipping of hazardous waste to Basel party countries. United States is a non-party, it can still ship e-waste to party members such as China because it has other treaties in place. So parties in the sense the countries which are agreeing to dump the e-waste. Okay, so now suppose India is agreeing, India belongs to this Basel Convention, and China means China belongs to Basel Convention. But United States, they are not dumping in their own country, they are dumping in other countries, so they are non-party. Okay. So this is what you needed to understand, the meaning of party and non-party. So parties to the Basel Convention must honor import bans from other parties. Suppose India is ready to accept the e-waste. Rakhne ke liye India is ready. So as per the Basel Convention, they need to understand, is there any ban from some other parties? Okay. See, united, we have to do it in a united way. Suppose China and Japan. Okay. So they are also party, we are also party. And China is something it is allowed nahi hai China mein. Then हम क्या नहीं करना है, हाँ हाँ हमारे कंट्री में अलाउड है, आप इधर डंप करो, ऐसा नहीं करना है. We need to be united, understood. So that is very, very important. Additional regulation. The Basel Convention also calls for an overall reduction of waste generation. This is meant not to meddle within a sovereign country's boundaries, but rather to discourage the generation of e-waste, which might then be transported to other countries. Okay. So Basel Convention, another aim क्या है? Overall e-waste reduce करना है. And shipment from one country to another country भी reduce करना है. So the convention also calls for parties to adopt a protocol establishing liability guidelines and procedures for damages that stem from the movement of hazardous waste across borders. So this Basel Convention, this treaty, okay, and they just set one protocol and everyone must follow that guidelines and that must follow the protocol. So movement of hazardous waste across the border Okay. So you should be ready to pay the fine if you are not following the protocol. So that is the additional regulation from the Basel Convention. So now the conclusion is okay about the Basel Convention. So Basel Convention is an international treaty which is used to reduce the hazardous material which is shipped from one country to another country, and the parties which are accepting the e-waste. Okay, so they are known as the parties. So which are not accepting the e-waste in their countries, they are known as the non-parties. And there are some regulations, and all the countries which are involved in this Basel Convention, they must agree to the same rules and regulation. And if any country is banning some imported hazardous waste, the other country should also agree to it. Okay, so in a united way, they need to do it. So that is the advantage of this Basel Convention. There are some other regulatory regulations also there in Basel Convention. If anybody is not agreeing to that, they must be ready to pay the fine. Okay. So all these are very, very important in e-waste. So far what you would have asked others in your project, e-waste matlab kya hai? So hum chota sa isme we are doing it. Country wise, you just imagine. Country means so big, so many states, and international level means so many countries are involved. ऐसा इजी डिसीजन नहीं है. ओके, टीचर ने कुछ बताया, आपने प्रोजेक्ट किया, ये ऐसा नहीं है मूवमेंट. ओके, so each and every country they have to agree to all the rules and regulations. इसमें controversy होगा? Yes, definitely. When the countries are involved, controversy होगा ही. Okay, so definitely the controversy will be there. So that is what we are going to study now. Are you listening? May I get a reply?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Basel Convention has not been a slam dunk. However, of the 170 parties to the convention, 3 have yet to ratify it, including the United States, Haiti, and Afghanistan. Additionally, number of countries support the Basel ban. A complete list of countries to have signed and ratified the Basel Convention can be found on the Basel Secretariat's webpage via link 2.3, so that we will see later. E-waste can be shipped from the United States to China because of existing treaties. Although United States is a non-party, it can still ship e-waste to party members such as China because it has other treaties in place. Although the intent of the Basel Convention seems laudable enough, some people, NGOs, and countries are not clapping. They don't think the convention goes far enough. See, some controversy, as I told you, koi bhi kuch bhi chalu karo, there will be some controversies. Some people will not agree. Okay. Some non-government organizations, some countries and NGOs have advocated a complete ban on shipping hazardous waste to developing countries. See, Basal Convention, what they are saying is you can ship, but with certain rules and regulation. But some countries, some NGO, what they are saying is completely we have to ban on shipping the hazardous waste. Additionally, the convention does not prohibit waste exports, but rather requires a notification and consent system. Okay, this Basel Convention, they are not completely avoiding, okay, this movement. What they are saying, Basel Convention, you can do the e-waste, but there are some notifications, some consent is there that you need to understand. That is what Basel Convention is saying. So the result of this distaste of the Basel Convention was the drafting and large approval of the Basel Ban Amendment. It was the work of developing nations, Greenpeace, and some European countries such as Denmark. The Basel ban is not in force yet, but is considered morally binding by signatories. So far, 63 countries have signed the ban, but for its adoption, 3/4 of the convention's 170 signatories must sign off. So the Basel ban, okay, Basel ban, Basel Convention means e-waste कैसे करना है, shipment कैसे करना है. Basel ban मतलब they don't want to have this Basel Convention. So European Union implemented the Basel ban in its waste shipment regulation. So it is legally binding for all EU member states. Don't worry about it. Now we will study about North America. Okay. Just a second. So some terms which we will be studying, which is very important for the MCQ point of view. Okay, EPEAT and Basel Convention. So all these keywords you all need to remember, okay, which is very important. So we will watch that. We will see the remaining in each and every country. Some 3-4 countries they have given. So first we will learn about in North America. So how they are planning everything, okay, according to our book. North America is home to 2 countries that seem to be struggling with implementing e-waste programs. The United States and Canada have both been trying to get national laws on the books. It hasn't happened yet. Not to be deterred, several states and provinces have taken up the issue at the local level and have developed their own e-waste laws. This section examines what's going on in the US and Canada. It looks at the issue of e-waste at the national level and also drills down to specific state and province measures. See, each and every state, okay, so they have considered as a local function. Sorry, as a local issue. They are not considering this as the international issue. So what they have decided, each and every country, it is their local issue. So they have their own laws and regulations for the e-waste. Are you there? Are you listening, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So United States. Surprisingly, the US doesn't have a national law governing e-waste. It is making strides. Politicians try to pass legislation, but it seems to run out of gas before passage. Although the country as a whole doesn't have any broad e-waste regulation, many states have taken it upon themselves to protect their environment. See, United States, USA, it is one continent. There are so many countries within US that you need to understand first. Okay. So EPEAT, although the federal government has not adopted green IT laws that apply to the entire populace, it is moving forward on rules that apply to itself. Because of the government sheer buying power, business is likely to follow suit. Federal government has not adopted green IT laws that apply to the entire populace. It is moving forward on rules that apply to itself. So what they are discussing here, okay, EPEAT in the sense, which is Electronic Product Environmental Assessment Tool. Okay, so they are developing one tool in order to assess due to the electronic product. Okay, so how the environment is. So you will assess it. Assess means measurement. So the government is moving forward with a plan requiring federal agencies to buy PCs and monitors that are energy efficient and have reduced levels of toxic chemicals. So now what they are saying, you buy laptop, you buy monitor, no problem. But वो energy efficient होना चाहिए. In December 2007, the US Department of Defense, NASA and the General Services Administration outlined a rule that requires purchases to be compliant. Okay. So you are buying a laptop, and if you have this one AC right now in if anyone's room, if you see there is a star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star mark is there in your AC, right? Can you see anybody? Have you seen?
Ma'am, in the fridge there is there.
The fridge.
3.5 star.
So fridge it is there. Because usually whenever people, they go and they buy all these, okay, so we always see, is it energy efficient? So the government is moving forward with a plan requiring federal agencies to buy PCs and monitors that are energy efficient and have reduced levels of toxic chemicals. So whenever you are buying a laptop, usme compliant means energy efficient laptop you need to buy. That's it. Uske liye that EPEAT is there. EPEAT was developed by the Green Electronics Council in Portland, Oregon to help institutional purchasers evaluate, compare and select desktop computers, notebook computers and monitors based on their environmental attributes. Electronics can be awarded a gold, silver or bronze certification based on how well they meet 51 criteria, include ease of disassembly, chemical content, end-of-life design and others. So EPEAT means it is a tool which is used to measure your, okay, and EPEAT through, if you are getting 5-star, 3-star, it means energy efficient your laptop is. So institution, whenever they are purchasing, they can evaluate, they can compare, and they can select the desktop computers or notebook computers and monitors based on their environmental attributes. Electronics can be awarded a gold, silver or bronze certification based on how well they meet 51 criteria, including ease of disassembly, chemical content, end-of-life design and others. Products must meet at least 23 of the criteria for the bronze level. See how the medals are given: gold, silver, bronze. So here also, okay, for the energy efficient desktop notebook computers ke liye, gold, silver, bronze certification is given. ऐसा easily certificate create, it won't be given immediately. So there will be some 51 criteria. Out of 51 criteria, your product must satisfy at least 23 to get the bronze level certification. Okay, so in this way, the assessment is done. This move is good news for the world of green computing because the government is such a big buyer of computers. Manufacturers will scramble to make their own EPEAT certified machines so they can make sales. At this point, only a handful of vendors have earned gold EPEAT ratings. Dell has 6 products with gold ratings and 72 at the silver level. Hewlett-Packard has 1 gold-rated PC and 73 silver. Apple has 17 products meeting silver requirements. Understood? At this point, only a handful of vendors have earned gold EPEAT ratings. So we can try here. Which product has see Samsung Galaxy S8. Okay, S8 Plus awarded EPEAT gold rating. So EPEAT gold rating, latest, which one they have? So all these. So whenever we buy a mobile, we can check this also. So all these galaxies, okay, S8. Received gold rating from the Electronic Product Environmental Assessment Tool, definitive rating system for evaluating electronic devices eco-friendliness. The devices are the first smartphone to earn the certification, which assesses, among other criteria, material selection, product longevity, the manufacturer's social contributions, and energy conservation. Okay, so this particular, which one? EPEAT, gold ke liye. So we can search for something. Can you all search and let me know which is silver EPEAT certification and bronze at present, current scenario mein? Can somebody search and let me know? So which product, okay, so got bronze certification, that is EPEAT certification, and which product got silver certification? Are you checking? Are you there, students?
चेक कर रहे हैं मैम, एक मिनट.
I think I need to check. I think Dell has 6 products with gold ratings and 72 at the silver level. I think same book mein kya, whatever is given, same thing is given over here. So Dell has 6 products with gold ratings and 72 at the silver level. HP has 1 gold rated and 73. Apple has 17 products meeting silver requirements. So whatever is given in the book, same thing they have given. Okay. So this is what, remember the EPEAT ratings. EPEAT ratings in the sense EPEAT certification. Okay. So naturally these numbers are moving targets. Although they were true at the time of writing, it is likely that manufacturers are going to step up their EPEAT certified machines. So hopefully these numbers will be well out of date by the time you read this. For more information on EPEAT, go to its website www.epeat.net or via link. EPEAT certified electronics sorted by EPEAT ranking, epeat.net. Okay. So with this, I end today's lecture. Remaining we will see day after tomorrow. Okay. And submit the assignment everyone without fail.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You all can leave, students.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.